Hey guys, this is Derek from Blue Collar Fisherman. This video is going to be completely different than any of my other videos have been so far. This is going to be an unboxing video from our favorite store, Tackle Warehouse. I honestly don't know what's in this box. This box is supposed to contain a Wiley X sunglasses. This box was forgotten about. So what I'm going to do is open these up, go through some of the stuff that I ordered, and talk about my hopes for next season as far as the use of the lure. Because I know I'm a topwater guy. I love my topwater. I try to fish it even on days I know I shouldn't be. The problem is there's so many new topwater lures out there to try, you don't know exactly what's going to be useful and what's just to catch a fisherman. Now, if you live in Florida or the really southern parts of Alabama, Georgia, I know there's some topwater still going on. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and open this box and see what I ordered. Now I know there are some of you that are big swim bait fishermen, and I'm trying to get into that too. But let's see. Okay, we have a Top Notch, the Chris Lane series. Now I have one of these in the orange belly chrome because I can't seem to find chrome in 110 Whopper Floppers. So I got the Top Notch. It's supposed to be the same size as the 130. The premise of it is really nice. The popping, the throwing bubbles, and the spin of the tail. This may be good around grass, even laydowns, as long as you can keep your hooks from really snagging up, but I still haven't really seen this out being used. So it's just going to be something that when spring comes around, I'm hoping maybe I'll have some success on it around docks. I do fish Lake Norman, so as far as grass goes, there's none. As far as docks go, I mean, that seems to be the consistent bite. There are some rip wraps and stuff like that that it might work on. Sadly enough, though, Lake Norman is really not a frog lake, and being from up north, fishing frogs we loved it. Got some 3.5-inch booty shakers. These have actually come in handy this fall. Got them from Bass Pro Shop originally in the 3.5 in this white, and first cast I got slammed. Ripped my booty shaker right off the jig head, and since then been throwing them pretty good, catching pretty decent, but nothing major so far. And then we went to the Vision 110, the +1. Throw in Lake Norman, you have a lot of bluffs and you have a lot of just rock areas, and I have been throwing the Junior in this color. But it's just, I need something to go deeper. I need something, and I have been in a love affair with Megabass since I really started using them, and they've just been outperforming everything else I have. And I know everybody's like, well, it's too expensive. While it is expensive, the internal constructions of these things with that shifting weights, and these things cast a mile. And even using, I'm using a 7-foot medium heavy, using a 15-pound fluorocarbon on a 7.0-1 reel, a Lew's Mach 2. And this has become my favorite setup for jerk baits because I feel everything. Yes, the pole's a little light, for my taste anyway, but as far as setting the hooks and really being able to play these fish on these jerk baits has been phenomenal. And then I just got another Top Notch in perch. Something different. Maybe try to hit up a few extra lakes, see what I can pull from there. I think it's perch. Bluegill, sorry. It just looks like a perch. And then of course I got Tackle Warehouse sticker. Now the one I'm really excited about, the big one. I ordered so much stuff in this, and I actually ordered all this stuff the same day. I bought that box, and then I guess they waited to ship it out. It wasn't a big deal, but they sent this box out. So much stuff in here. All right, we have the 1/4 ounce VMC swinging heads. Now, the only reason I bought these, funny enough, is I found one of these sitting on a rock, fishing bank. And I went out on a boat with a guy, and we were fishing docks on Norman, and it was April. So they were, you know, spawn, pre-spawn, stuff like that. And while he was catching smaller spotted bass, this swing head with a 5-inch Senko was just tearing them up. Could throw them at a dock, and the big females would grab it. I wasn't really catching anything small. I didn't catch anything small until I switched to a weightless Senko. Once I switched to a weightless, that's when all the small fish started to hit. So I've been kind of staying with the 1/4 ounce. Gamakatsu 8s. I need them to replace. As much as I like Megabass, the hooks will actually broken in a fish's mouth when I try to remove it. So I use the 8s. I'm just using the regular Gamakatsu right now. They don't seem to really, as long as I replace all 3, they don't seem to affect the action of the bait. So that's going to be, I'm going to eventually try the Aaron Martens Finesse 8s. Then we have, let's see, the Red Eye Shad Strike King 3/4 ounce. Sexy shad, of course. I like to run my lipless crankbaits on the bottom. I like them to keep contact with the bottom. And a lot of times you're creating a reaction strike, especially in the fall. Even in the early spring, when I'm running from flats to channels, when it does that drop, as long as it's been bouncing off that bottom, something always tends to grab it. I try to really keep all my stuff on the bottom just to create some kind of reaction bite when it's really slow. And next will be the Arashi 5 and the Arashi 3. I got them in silent. These have been, they're supposed to be self-tuning. I actually have a 5. And the problem that I have found with them is when they bounce off of rocks, they're not as erratic. You know, they don't get that reaction strike as hard. Not for me, anyway, because I am fishing usually from shore. And so that creates an issue with as far as reflecting off rocks and then bounce this way, fish go after it, you know, stuff like that. Stuff we've seen tons of videos. Now, the benefit I have seen from them is they will hit a rock, for me. They'll hit a rock and they'll go right back down. Now, it was like the old Wiggleworts. It's really nice because I can hit a rock and it just goes straight back down. And if there's a fish hiding on that other side, man, they grab it. They always grab it. And then we have the Demonte Dog X. What color did I get that in? I got that in Bahama Milk Pearl. Come on. I got this mostly because, again, I'm a sucker for Megabass now. But I liked the color. I read the reviews. I did a whole bunch of research. I don't like to just buy lures because they look pretty. I like to see the results. That's why, as skeptical as I've been about purchasing bull shads, that will probably be my next big purchase. Probably a couple of those. Then maybe some 30-acre lures, stuff like that. And then more Megabass. We got the Pop Max in the white python because I've just been collecting poppers. I've pretty much gone away from pop R's. I've pretty much stuck with the Megabass poppers. Then we have an iLoud in white python. Now, I haven't actually used these, and I know that sounds stupid because I do have a collection of these now. But with cold coming, I haven't really had a chance to use them and see them perform. I mean, I could go throw them in the water, see them work, but that's not going to tell me if the fish are going to bite these things. But they're from Megabass, and I'm hoping that these iLouds will do really good this spring as far as pulling big females up, irritating them enough that they bite. I have them in white python, bass, bluegill, a bunch of colors. Then we have a 110 Junior. We got this in the, let's see, the GoPro Blue, GP Blue. And this has been doing really good for me in the normal size. I did eventually get these in juniors. Like I said, I'm fishing Lake Norman. They're not a lot of big spotted bass. 3-4 pounds is a decent sized spotted bass on Lake Norman. Our record's only like 6, maybe 7 pounds for a spotted bass. Our largemouth do like the bigger ones, of course, because there are some decent sized largemouth in there. Let's see, there's 2 more sets of booty shakers. Of course, after they put them on sale, I decided to grab a 3 1/4 and a 4. I'm actually going to use these for an Alabama rig come this spring. That is the hope anyway. I have the equipment to throw it, but I'm throwing it from shore, so it's gonna be difficult. I may take the canoe out and try to do that. I just want to see how effective they would be. I know the booty shakers get strikes, but I don't know how effective the 4 is going to be on Lake Norman as far as drawing in big fish. Then, of course, we have Tackle Warehouse t-shirt, because I spent way more than I should have. Stickers, returns, invoice, and then the thing I was waiting for the most, Wiley X sunglasses. I got these because I have been fishing from shore, like a lot of people do, and fish from canoes, and it's hard when you don't have a boat, when the fish are biting in the sun, to not stare at the sun. And it's done wonders on destroying my eyes. I did get the Boss because I do have a rather large head, and no normal sunglasses fit properly. They always just a little too tight. I got them in the amber gold, and let's see. Yep, the Boss Polish Venice gold mirror lens. I got the Kryptek. This is supposed to be the really good ones. These are the weathered ones, so they have the seal around the eyes, and that's for wind, stuff like that. Let's see, we got information on how to replace them. Wiley X sticker. And then we have the Wiley X themselves. Now, this is a decent case. This isn't a super hard case. So this would fit in your bag if you have like a glasses spot or something like that, or even just shove them down in there, because there's not really, it's not that bad. It's not gonna crush. And then we have the accessories, a cleaning cloth, and something to clip onto the side so that you don't lose them. Then we have protective skepticals. Here we go. This is all the information you need. I'll read that later. Let's go ahead and pull these out. Yeah, see, these look nice. These are nice glasses. These are the Krypteks, the gold. I actually like the color. I was thinking maybe this was going to be a little bit too, you know, brown. Let's see. And you can pop. You're supposed to be able to pop this out. Oh, yeah. Comes right out. My big ass hands in the way. All right. Pop right back in. Now, as far as fit goes, I'm not absolutely sure. I'll try them on after. But for an overall, for everything these are supposed to do, I am really hoping. You can get these on Tackle Warehouse. They're a little bit on the expensive side if you don't normally buy glasses. I know a lot of guys will buy Costas and Oakleys and stuff like that, and that's great. They're still great glasses. The only thing that I see that could be really useful for these is that liner on the inside, because it's going to seal your face. And when you're running down the lake, I mean, unless you got a mask on or something like that, or if there's a heavy wind blowing in the side, or if the sunlight is just creeping in the sides or on the top, or you're having to look up and you're just getting that sun and just defeating the whole purpose of the polarized glasses. Another thing for these is I like the UV protection because my eyes have been facing the sun for so long. I need something that's going to help get rid of that reflection off the water. And again, there's a few spots that I do fish that these are going to come in really handy that I couldn't normally see down into. And we're gonna see how that works. But I'm gonna end up wrapping this video up here. You guys let me know what you want to see. If you want to know instructional videos, stuff like that, I have no problem making videos. Every technique there is out there, there's always some way to make it better. If there's any kind of tips, tricks you guys have for me, that would be great. If there's anything you want to know, prices, where I got most of the stuff from Tackle Warehouse. You can find some stuff at Bass Pro Shop, of course, but I'm going to say for the most part, or Dick's Sporting Goods. I know a lot of you guys have Dick's Sporting Goods around you, but you can find everything that you possibly need at Tackle Warehouse. There are a few exceptions, but they're very rare exceptions. If you need... If you need information on what sizes I got, stuff like that, just ask. All comments and questions, of course, are appreciated. If I can do anything to help you out, just let me know.